Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I had lots and lots and lots of requests to start doing flip throughs of my journals. Now, I know some people are not interested in this at all, but I did have quite a few requests, so I wanted to honor those by doing a flip through of this journal. I don't have names to my journals. I just have a name in the book that shows who it goes to. This is already sold. It will be going out today, but I wanted to do a quick flip through of it. Now, I am sending this package of goodies along with it. It's got tags, labels, belly band, everything that I couldn't use in here, and believe me, this is chunky. I included in here. It's got all kinds of goodies down in there. It's got journal cards, it's got little doilies. I have put vintage lace and trims and just all kinds of things. And I just made this out of an Edith Holden book. I think I showed this on one of the videos that I made it. So that will be going with. I always include a bundle of goodies along with my journals because some of them, this one not particularly, but I just feel like I want to include extras, you know. And some of them I don't quite feel as full as this one, so I give a lot of extras in case somebody wants to put some extra things in. Now this one I overstuffed. I started about 5 o'clock this morning putting tags in, and then I just kept putting and putting and putting, and I still had more to put in, but I'm like, Edith, you gotta stop. This thing is gonna explode. So first off, we have some seam binding, and my seam binding all comes from my Scrap Cabin shop on Etsy. I will put her link below and the discount code where you can go over and purchase her seam binding. I absolutely love it. I've got 4 different colors on here, and I always include lots of extras in case they want to cut some of it off and use it on tags and different things. I did put a little, this is some fabric that I got, I think one of you guys sent it to me, I'm not sure. And I did put a little bit of pink vintage lace, just some thin lace underneath this. And then this is some lace that one of you guys sent to me. It's a very decorative lace. I love it. I don't know how much you can see of that, but look how pretty. And then I put a vintage doily right here. And this came from one of you. I'm thinking this come from my special friend, I believe. But anyway, and all of you are my special friends. I'm not saying one is special over the other, don't get me wrong. So that's what I've done to the front, and then the back, I've just pulled that trim around and put it there, and then I've got my little badge on there, I guess I could say, my little handmade thing on there. So I backed my camera out so you could see it, because like I said, look at this, it's chunky. I put some lace here, and then this is a writing board, and somebody asked me the other day would I show how to make a writing board. This is it. I mean, it's very, very simple. Let me pull out a piece of cardboard or something here. I don't have a piece of cardboard handy, but let's just say this was a piece of cardboard. And if you don't have cardboard, you can use cereal boxes. You can use whatever you have. If all you have is some thick cardstock like this, just fold it and glue it together and make it out of that. But I just cut it to the size that I need. I kind of measure my pocket. This one is, let's see what size this one is. This one is 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. And then I put my paper, I decide what paper I'm going to use, and I just fold my paper around. See, it's just folded around. I've got it glued right here. So I glued it on one side, folded it around, had a little bit extra, folded that down right here, and then glued it. And then I just inked the edges. That's all I did. That's a writing board. It's hard enough that you can put under the pages and write, and you won't feel the bulk if I've got, you know, some things in there that's extra bulky. But that is a writing board. If you'll go to my playlist and go under journals, you can look at some of those videos, and I show making the writing boards to go in the journals. And I don't put anything extra on mine because I figure if you put extra on here, that just defeats your purpose. It needs to be very smooth. So I just choose a really pretty paper. And then this is a vintage doily, again, that I got from one of you guys, and I'm just including that in there. I like the pink with the pink. Then this is one of those little notebooks that I made on a video. All of these things that are in here, you can go back through my videos and find where I made them. Now, I can't go back and link everyone because that would probably take me 2 weeks to find all of them. But you can just kind of go back and look, and they're going to be within the last couple of months. Just go through and you'll see them. But it's just a little notebook, and I'm not going to open it up, but it's just got the seam binding wrapped around, and then it's got some notebook paper inside. And I have used 2 of the little Tim Holtz tiny clips to clip that on because I didn't want to glue it down. I wanted her to be able to take it out and use it if she wanted. This is just some, this is out of an old cookbook, and I just love the writing on it, or the typing on it. I thought it was so pretty. And I mean, it says soybean preparation, soybean milk, but I just love the writing on it, and I like this edge, so I put it in there. And then we put a pocket here, and I didn't realize until after I had put this pocket on that it almost is the same paper as this. Now, all of this paper come from, all of the paper through here, just about, come from Hello Susan. I will try my best to remember to put her link below. Let me make myself a note right now, because if I don't, I will forget. Let me tear me a little piece of paper out here. Okay. Hello Susan and my scrap cabin shop. My scrap cabin. Okay, if I don't do that, I forget when it comes to links. And then I put a little pocket there, and I just made a little tag to go with it. And this pocket I made on a video. This is made from scrapbook paper, and then I just put a little piece there that made it look like it had another little pocket, which it doesn't, but it's kind of a faux pocket. Now, all of these collections from Hello Susan are different. Every page is just about from a different collection. There may be 1 or 2 pages in here that's from the same collection, but I went through and I had, after making different projects with her kits that she sent me, I had just different pages left, and so I just pulled them all together, and they worked well together. So I pulled them all together and made a journal out of it. So that's where most of these come from. Now, the backing paper, a lot of those are mine that I have made, so, and then some of them may be from other people, I don't know. This is a good writing page, and I just put a little stamp there, or a little sticker there that said timeless. And I actually glued this page in, or I tipped it in, and on the inside of this big pocket. So I just folded that page in half and glued it here and here. And then I've got washi there that also holds it in. And I left this top open so it'd be a big pocket. And I used this page, which is one of hers. It'd be great for journaling. Now, I didn't cover the inside, but the person can cover it if they want. But I just thought that was a great tag or journal card for journaling in here. See if I can get that back in with my arm turned sideways. Yeah, there we go. Whew, okay. And then there is that page. Now, some of these were actually fall themed, and I tried to cover the fall up since we're not exactly fall, but they're still just beautiful. This one was from a fall collection, and underneath this bird, I put this bird on there. It says fall favorites, but when I put the bird on there, you can just barely see it. Susan put this 8 on there, I know, for me when she made this one. And then on the back, I have just covered it. A lot of them are covered with some of the writing paper that I like to use. This is another piece of scrapbook paper. Just some simple labels. This is some paper from Triple V. I'm writing it down. Triple V Vintage. These are from Triple V Vintage, and I order all of my paper that's like this, coffee dyed paper, from her. There is another one. Isn't that beautiful? These are just some really pretty collections from Susan. I didn't do anything here because I thought you could probably write in there if you wanted. And then this is another one of those pages that I actually glued together and glued in here. I glued it to the back of this. Now, I don't have a, I didn't put a tag in there. So let's just grab something from right here and put in there. Let's put one of these old vintage letters in there. I mean, you know, I need more stuff in there, that's for sure. This journal is going to be 10 pounds just to ship. Sometimes I just put some of these old vintage letters, the copies of them, in there. There we go. And then this is just a piece that you'll see it in the back. It's a full sheet back there, and it was a half a sheet here, so I just glued that paper to this. And then these are some cards that was sent to me by one of you guys, and I love this blue in here, so I just tucked those down in. And I left this where you could actually journal on there if you wanted to, or you can cover it, whatever you want to do. This is one of those pieces that I made not too long ago. And then this is a piece, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if this is from Triple V Vintage or not. If you're watching and it was from you, let me know below. I know I got a few of these in the mail from one of you. It's an Etsy store, and I used it on here. I thought it was very pretty with this collection. It has journal written in embroidery thread, I think. And then I have my little butterfly on there, and then a little charm hanging, and that just kind of opens up. And I put it to where it would hang out of the journal that way. And then this is just a little tag that I made, tucked in there. I just covered some of that with the washi just because it said budget and that kind of thing. And then you can always journal all on that. I put a little pocket here, and this is actually from one of Alicia's collections of digitals. And then this is just a big tag from some of the extra paper. And I didn't do a lot to these tags because they have the writing and the flowers on them. There wasn't really a lot you needed to do. And then there's that page. This is an old 1859 book page. I didn't want to cover that at all. I left it just like it is. And then these are the ones that we made the other day, if you remember. The little fold outs that, and then it has the alteration tag behind. Now, I didn't cover the alteration tag. If the person doesn't want to use it, they can take it out and cover it and use it somewhere else. This was one of the little stamps that we made. I put it on that Edith Holden page. This just flips down so you can see the name of the flower and all of that. And then I just put a little piece of lace across there. And there's that. There's some ledger paper. And then on this side, I just made a little side and bottom pocket. And then I put one of those little cards in there. Put a little label here. This is from the other part of this. So I stitched that in the signature. It was a big envelope that Susan had made when she sent me this collection. And I just stitched it in. And this side, isn't that pretty? I just loved how all that come together. Here I put a little side tuck here and did a little tag. And then this goes with this. I made these on my videos too. It's a little flip out. You've got all this journaling space, and then this also has a card in it, a journal card down in there. And I didn't do anything for that because I thought that's so pretty. This is one of my little clusters I made probably last year, and I put it on there, and on the back I just put some of my washi. This is Braille paper that one of you guys sent to me. This is more of the this is like that old printer paper when we had the printers that was, you know, huge, like 18 inches or something. This is what that is. And one of you guys sent that to me as well. I can take that out now. I was putting it there so that would dry. I folded it over and made a little pocket on this side, and that's one of the tags that I made. And that's some of my digitals. And then I put this big piece of lace there because it needed a little bit of extra, I thought. So I put that big piece of lace there. There is that page. I love it. Love those butterflies. And then here's another one of Alicia's digitals. and then this is her digital, and then one of Susan's tags. See how well everything kind of goes together? I just think, I mean, you can use lots of different things, and to me, they just go. Oh, here's another big pocket that I forgot to put something in, so let's just grab another something. What about this? Yeah, let's grab this invoice here. We can put it down in there. I'm telling you, this thing is not going to fold. It's going to be so big. I just keep adding. Every time I go through, I add something else. I think I had a little bit of piece hanging there. There we go. Leave it up just a little bit so that they can see that there's something in there. And then a little side tuck here that I made, and then this is just a little piece of the ephemera that come in one of her collections. And there's a different collection. Like I said, most of these are all different. A little pocket I made, a little tag I made this morning. There is just that piece of budget. I loved all this writing on there, so I was not gonna cover that up. I mean, I just love it. This is handwriting. Look at that, how pretty. It's so neat and clean. I love it. And then another little side tuck with a little tag tucked in. This we did on video. It's just a little cluster put on a journal page. You'll see the video for that if you go back just probably a week or so. This is one of the freebies that I gave out on one of my videos, and then we just put a little tag in there and put a big piece of lace on it. I thought that was cute. I left this side for journaling. This side I covered, and I tucked, let's see, no, I'm sorry, I left both sides for journaling on this. I didn't want to cover it. I left both sides for journaling. This is an Edith Holden page, and I turned the bottom up, and then I just made a little pocket, and I put a piece of vintage lace across there. And then this is the center of the signature. Look at that. It's big. I've got two charms on. I've got a heart charm that's like a glass gel see-through, and then I've got a butterfly charm. I usually include butterfly charms in on my kits. A little pocket I made with a little tag that I did this morning. This was part of Susan's collection too. Come on now. You came out. Why will you not go back? There we go. This is where I had a little piece of that Edith Holden page there, and I just glued this little bag that one of you guys sent me some goodies in. I glued it on there because I loved all the colors with this. And then I just made a little tag this morning and stuck it in there. That's just I don't know what, this is the same thing that the inside of this journal is covered with. It's like a canvas or a cottony material. I don't know. I don't know my fabrics. And then here, I wanted to cover it a little bit, so I put an old book page down, and then I cut this out from one of Susan's pieces. I had this little piece of paper sticking up here, and it was just a plain little piece of paper, and I had this in my stash, so I put that in there. Now, I did not cover the inside. They can glue it together and use it to tuck things in if they want, or they can cover the inside, whatever. This was one of our freebies too, I think. On this side, I put a little piece of fabric washi, and then I put some of my clear washi. Another little cluster on that page. A pocket here with this little journal tag or journal card, whatever you want to call it, there. Okay, and then this is the other side of that one that we seen just a minute ago. Then on this side, I went ahead and covered, because on the back sides of these, it's not real interesting. So I went ahead and covered that. I think I showed it in the video the other day. That's one of Alicia's pages. But see how well it goes with Susan's? I mean, they work. A little pocket and a journal card. And then more of her pages. This is an old typewriter page right here. I think I ordered those off of Etsy, I do believe. It's the very old typewriter pages that we used to have to use when we did the manual typewriters. And then there's a journal card I just tucked in there. I didn't do anything else on here because I figured it could be for journaling, or they could put something on when they get it. Get that, I love that together. You could put little photos here and a little label there. This is just the other side of that one that we showed a moment ago, and I did a pocket at the bottom, and then I just covered it with a little of that and put this little, this is like a little envelope that Susan had in one of her kits she sent to me, and I just tucked it in there. And then I put a little piece of lace there. That's the eyelet lace, and it's very, very old. I've got just a little piece of that left. And then on this side, I put a little side tuck because I wanted to cover some of that. And then these are some postcards, vintage postcards that was shared with me, and they're from Alabama. And I wanted to share one with the person who purchased this journal. So this is from, let's see, October 18th, 1945. And it's from Miss Emily, somebody. And it's to Oswald, I think. And it's going to Pennsylvania. So I left it in the little bag there. So you can do with that what you want to. There's some more of the Braille paper. I put another little cluster that I made there. And then here I put a belly band. And then I put one of my little notebooks in there. That's a little notebook under there. And then, let's see, oh, this is the other side. Now, this is going to be hard to get out now that I have stuffed it so full. But you still will be able to get them out, but it's just tough. She's got all kinds of tags that Susan made and sent along with this. And they were tucked in here, and I have just left them. You know what? I might, since that is so tight now, I might just clip these on the outside. Because it's pretty tight since I've got so much in there. So I think I'm just going to clip them. And if the person wants to, they can put them back in the pocket. And if not, she can just leave them clipped on here. And somebody asked me how did I clip things on the page. I just use those little paper clips from Tim Holtz. And I just clip it on like that. Then on this side, she's got little tags and things tucked in there too. All this was made by Susan from Hello Susan when she sent me the this digital. And then here, I kind of left that. Figured you could write on it if you wanted, and I put a couple of tags in there. Susan makes some beautiful kits. You guys that need to go over and check her kits out. They're absolutely gorgeous. This could be journaling. And then here's a pocket and a big tall tag. And then that page, this had a little, this little book page right here, the little edge of it. And I went ahead and glued a glycine bag there. And then I put a little tag on the inside, and then I put one of my large flowers on here. And this was sent to me by my friend. I just love that. I think that goes so well with that. And then on this side, I put a little vintage piece of ephemera and then put some washi on that side and just covered it like that. You see how full it is? I mean, it's huge. That's pretty. Another 1859 page. Pocket, tag, and then I just put that up there. I didn't particularly like what was on the paper right there, so I just put that there. And this was not one of Susan's. This is one of a background page from somewhere. I don't know where. I just put it on the back of that. This is Susan's. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. And then here is another one of those little flip outs I did with the pocket behind. I love those. And that's, you know, I showed that on the video, a couple of videos ago. Another belly band here, and I have just tucked, this is actually not Susan's kit, but it went well. So it's just a little trifold journaling card. And I have just tucked that up under. I try not to put anything big under these now that it's got so full. Follow your dreams, love that. Another, this just folded up and made a little pocket. I put that across it. And then there is a tag. Take time to make your soul happy. Isn't that the truth? Uh-oh, got something stuck right there. There we go. And most of these, I just clipped some scrap, or I stapled some scrap lace to the top of them. Lots of journaling space here, a little pocket, a little tag I made this morning. There's another side cluster that we made on video. Let's see. Ooh, I need to glue that a little bit better. I thought it was an extra page, but it's not. It's just, this has got a little ripple on the edge of it, and it's just wanting to come up right there. There we go. That works. Okay. And then, well, what did I do here? Oh no. Okay. This is another one of those envelopes, and I just glued it down on the back, and I left this where it'll flip down. But I thought this went really well with that page. And I didn't, yeah, I did. I did leave a pocket behind it, but I didn't put anything in it. I don't really know if I even have anything to put in it. Let's see. I think I have used about everything. I'll tell you what, let's put this lady that has the red dress on. Look at that. Let her stick out like that. See, I keep going through and I keep adding more. Happiness is homemade. This is just a vintage music paper, and I just put that tag in there that I made a while ago. That's made out of scrapbook paper. Lots of journaling space there. That page. This is another page that I tipped in, and you can see it has a smaller, thinner pocket right here. Not a big, thick one. Now, I didn't put anything in that, but I've included some things in the packet that they can put in there if they want. And then I've got another belly band here with another book. Another notebook. This journal has actually 3 notebooks in it. That's probably why it's so thick. And then I didn't put anything in the back pocket, but I do have lots of goodies included that they can put in the back pocket if they want. But that is a flip through, guys. Now you see why normally I don't do flip throughs, because they're so big. They're so big and it takes a while. And I'm not sure if anybody wants to spend that much time with me or not. But anyway, I told you that I would, and so I did. And I hope the person who receives this is enjoying it. I hope you are, and I hope you like everything that I included with it. Look at that. Now I have kind of scrunched it together, but you can see, and I love all the things hanging out the top and the sides. I love all that. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. We'll come back after a while and I will show you the freebies for today and do a little bit of talking with you, and then I'm going to start my weekend, I think. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.